What's up, guys? I'm back. This session, it was a really good one, honestly. Like, probably best that I've had in like a couple days because I learned some new things. I learned how to properly manage CNS fatigue. I probably should have figured this out a while ago, but I've been working out for 2.5 years now, and I still make rookie mistakes all the time. And I mean, that's just the journey of growing. So what I learned was, in order to better manage your rest recovery, because I don't take pre workout or anything, right? So when I work out, I end up being tired at the end of my workouts. Like I'll be 4 sets in, and I'm tired already, and I can't do any more. And I do 6 sets per muscle group, and 2 sets per exercise, and 3 exercises per muscle group. So in total, if I'm doing a pull day, I'd train only really my back and my biceps. So I'd probably only train 12 sets. But on a push day, I'd probably train, I'd probably do 15 sets or something like that. So that may seem like a lot of sets, but it's honestly not that much because I don't do heavy. I like reps. I do like maybe 5 reps, 6 reps. In some of these exercises, you see me doing more. That's because I can't go heavier or else my form is bad. And so what I learned is to lower the weight as the sets go on. I feel like this should be common sense, but it wasn't for me. I always thought that I would start off with 130 or 145 on like uh, I don't know, anything like chest press or something. I'd do 160 on chest flies, and you'd see my first set be like, you probably noticed this. You guys probably noticed this in my videos, but you'll see my first set is it's a strong set, and then the second set of that same exercise it's just weaker, and I'm not even getting the full reps in. I'm really doing partials, and so what I've done to mitigate that at least is to lower the weight, not that much, but by like 10, 15, maybe even 20 pounds if I'm on my last set. Like legs, I don't do that because legs, I mean, they're your biggest muscle group in your body. So they're meant for heavy, intense workout. And it's, you shouldn't, do that. I think they're called drop sets, but yeah, you shouldn't really do that with legs, I don't think. I feel like it's better to do that with, like, unless you're like squatting really heavy, but yeah, with like arms and stuff and back and every other muscle group, that's what I've been doing. And I just started this now, and this may be the placebo effect, but I've noticed that my workout went a lot smoother and I had a lot more energy and was able to get a lot more gains in. And the next day I had a lot less CNS fatigue, because my main issue with the gym is, since I don't use pre-workout, because I feel like pre-workout really biases that. But by oh my, did I just, that was, what type of stutter was that? Anyways, what I was saying is, I feel like pre-workout bypasses CNS fatigue because it you you're like energized with caffeine and a bunch of other chemicals in it that, I know it's natural, but I don't really think it's healthy, but that's just me. And it like kind of makes you ignore the fact that you fall sleepy and you're tired, and like your body just can't produce as much muscle, because my muscles, they're not tired, right? I used to be doing 200, 300, 400, maybe even 500 push-ups. So they're not tired of these sets. I know that. It's not my muscles that are tired, it's my nervous system, central nervous system, CNS. So that's why when I do a drop set, I notice that my muscles have more time to be stimulated, which means more uh muscle growth in the long term, and less CNS fatigue. So it's like that same thing I was talking about in that one video of conserving your ammo. Like, I wasn't even doing that, and I was wondering why I wasn't, at my best within a couple of sets. Like I'll like bench like 55 pound dumbbells, and they're easy, right? And then the next set, after I finish triceps and whatnot, I'll do 45 or 50 pound dumbbells, and it's a light decrease, but it's enough for me to get stronger. And then the next session, I'll go up in weight and then go back to the previous weight that I was doing when it comes to the drop set. And that way, I get stronger, I have more energy, and my sets go faster. I feel like another thing is, with triceps, I don't know, like, I feel like more reps always work out for them because I can't ever get those like heavy reps and like slow weight. Like I can do tricep push down for 145 or whatever, and yet I can keep going. I can go higher, and I can't like I'll do 5 6 reps and I don't feel fatigue. Back day, I mean, I'll get with this in my next video. Like, I hate training back on certain exercises like the lat row because it's the seated lat row because I don't have straps. So when I do the lat row, I feel it more in my arms, and so I can lat row 160 pounds, but yet I don't feel it in my back, and so I feel fatigue in my arms, but not my back, and so it defeats the entire purpose of the exercise. And I'm like, I got tired for what? I didn't even train the muscles I was trying to train. Like at best, it trained maybe your biceps and maybe your like your radialis and your forearms and stuff. But yeah, I feel like for legs and for forearms and maybe even triceps, high reps is probably better. When I say high reps, I don't mean like 200 reps, 20 reps. Like 7, 8 for triceps, and for forearms, I don't, yeah, as you can see, I'm doing like 20, 30, 40 even reps because you just gotta pump them out. They're like supporting muscles like your legs, so they're used to a lot. Anyways, hope you guys learned something new from this one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.